are. Geordie Journo's back. Not quite so happy this time. No, it was a really interesting evening. Saturday evening, I'll say, at the Etihad. Just a single goal defeat. Some would say progress, given it was 2-0 here last time, but it certainly doesn't feel like progress. Having watched that, I think Eddie Howe summed it up in his post-match press conference quite eloquently. He was very disappointed with the way that his team performed, played, disappointed with the result, because I think everybody, including two lads stand either side of me here, and I think everybody in that away end behind were here, and everybody sitting at home watching that game will think that wasn't the Newcastle United we know. I think Newcastle United can play a lot better than they did today. Look, playing a top side, I'm not about to sit here and slaughter them and say this, that and the other about how poor he was poor, they were poor. They're a good side, but I think there was enough in that game to think Newcastle United could have, if they performed to the levels that we know they can perform at, probably could have got something. Jordan, you think that's a fair enough assessment?
No, I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Liam. Look, we were all in the car on the way down, and I think we're all in agreement that we were sort of heading in the game with a lot of belief that Newcastle would get a result here. Previous years we've came down here and expected a hammering. I think for the first time this was the first time we thought Newcastle could give City a game. And for 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe of that second half, they did. They showed what we all expected them to show from minute one. But unfortunately the way they started, asked Eddie Howe after the game, did he set up to contain Manchester City? And he said no. He said he wanted Newcastle to get right at City from the start, and City are a top side. Newcastle weren't able to do that.
Didn't let them, did they?
No, not at all. The midfield struggled, overrun. I don't want to pick out too many names, but it was a real off day for Joe Linton. Hopefully his injury isn't too serious after coming off, but it was a real off day for him. Tonali obviously shining last week, probably because of the high quality opposition, didn't show his qualities enough. So a big learning curve for him today, and Bruno as well. The midfield overran really in that first half. We've seen that for the first goal. That Alvarez scored. Joe Linton left him, but also if you look at sort of Tonali and Bruno as well, they're nowhere near him. So I thought that midfield was a real letdown in the first half. Newcastle did improve in the second half. Say that Harvey Barnes came on, Elliot Anderson came on, Callum Wilson, they injected a little bit of energy. But yeah, apart from that sort of 15-minute period, it didn't feel like Newcastle were at the races today at all, which is a real disappointment, because look, our confidence coming into this game, our belief coming into this game isn't misplaced, because we've watched Newcastle United since the Saudi takeover went through, and we know how good this Newcastle United team is, and they didn't show that today.
Yeah, I think there was some positives to take. Like Jordan said, the lack of cover the midfield provided for the back line. I thought the back four were decent enough today. I thought Sven Botman, Kieran Trippier, Fabian Schär were all fairly solid. I thought Dan Burn grew into the game after having a tricky first half. I thought there were certainly positives to take, and I think it's just Eddie Howe was asked about 4 times in the press conference, does it show how far Newcastle have come? And it's easy, that's easy to say, but I think the big takeaway is in previous years, probably 3-4 years ago, a 1-0 defeat at Man City would almost be seen like, okay, we've kept our goal difference down. We're coming away today feeling really quite disappointed, really. Newcastle aren't used to losing. They only lost 5 games last season, one of them being here at the Etihad Stadium. So I thought we didn't see Newcastle anywhere near the best today, and that's sort of the overriding disappointment from the game. And the day as a whole started off on the wrong foot. Our car breaking.
So we're meant to come on, tell the story.
Yeah, well, we'll have a pool car. We're all arrived at the office, ready to go, very early. 12 o'clock, which considering for an 8 o'clock, very early. We're driving, don't even get out the car park. The car making all sorts of noise.
Clunk.
Yeah. Also smelled a lot, didn't it, Lee?
Like a wet dog. It was a bizarre one. I mean, there wasn't much chance of getting in that car. Once like Liam, I turned up late as usual. Like, jump in, Liam, give that little whirl around the car park, see what you think. As soon as I turned the air conditioner on, I was not getting back in that car. So we all jumped in mine, and flew down the motorway across the M62 and got ourselves to Manchester. Back to that, yeah, I think you've both kind of hit the nail on the head as well. For me, I think it wasn't progress today. It could have been progress. Newcastle United were playing against a side where I feel, this is weird, saying the treble winning, probably best team on the planet. At moments I felt in that game they were there for the taking. I think if we'd have been playing on top form, we really probably could have got at them, considering they tired in that second period after the midweek game. But yeah, it does kind of show a little bit of progress that we're better than we were, but we knew that anyway. We need to be even better again, and I think that's the disappointment, that we weren't even at our usual best. And I think if we had been, we would have got something against Manchester City today.
Yeah, didn't really lay a glove on them, didn't not. It was...
No, I mean, for all they threatened a little bit in the second half, I don't think Edison's clean sheet was ever in danger. I didn't really feel that way. Poor decision making by a number of players. I'll not call them all out, but a number of players in the final third, and it was just one of them days. And we've got Liverpool next, massive game. I really fancy Newcastle in that game. I really fancy we give them a right good game. Seen bits of Liverpool already, not really been particularly impressed by them.
Their midfield's going to be depleted as well after.
Yeah, massive blow, isn't it?
McAllister's dismissal today, so I think the new signing's going to be thrown straight in.
We owe them one. They beat us twice last season. Yeah. We owe them one. I think there'll be a totally different game next week. I think Newcastle will be bang up for that, and I think we'll see a totally on fire, get in your face Newcastle United, which, to be fair, Man City didn't allow them to do today. We're all done here, lads. We're going to get kicked out in a minute. Virtually the last one's in yet. I don't know why we stayed so long. But anyway, you guys, really appreciate your support. You threw loads of comments in the section last week, letting me know what you thought. Really appreciate it. We'll keep these videos coming as long as you guys keep watching them. So give it a like, give it a share, and all important, make sure you subscribe to the Geordie Journals.